Let's get it. Hop off a 16 passenger. This a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge. Get cold seats, they some cannibals. Eaters. They like to geek. Drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn. She took a look, mixed it with the chill out. When she said.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high. Hands up high. Till the lights down.
What's up, dopies? This your girl Brielle, and I'm back with another video. If you're becoming a dopey, welcome. If you've been a dopey, you already know what the fuck's going on. Today we're gonna do something that we've never done before. We're gonna talk, and I'm gonna give y'all a little story time. This is something that has been like very, very heavy on me. Something that I haven't really had the ability to express what I need to say. And it's gonna get real. And I want your opinion. So, before we get into the story time, go ahead and grab your wine. Get your smoke. Get whatever it is that you need. Because when you sit down, you're going to stay grounded. You're going to be tuned in. You're going to tap in. And I know for a fact you're going to leave a comment in the comment section below. So, I'm going to give you time. Go ahead. Go ahead, girl. Because I got mine. I can't read it. But I'm going to give you time. You ready? Okay. So, if you really been paying attention and you a true dopey, you know that there's a lot of things on this channel that has changed. People you no longer see or hear about. And today we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about how somehow or another I am the villain in a story and I ain't done nothing to nobody. Yeah. I ain't done nothing to anybody. And the saddest part about this entire situation is the fact that you were the friend. What do you mean by that? I was the friend that held the friendships together. So, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, and I want y'all to give me y'all opinions in the comment below. We're going to talk about it. And I'm going to take this shit all the way back to early May. So let's go. Before we get into the story, I'm going to go ahead and let you know I will not be disclosing any names. But if they, at any point, decide that they want to tune in and tap in, they will know exactly who I'm talking to. So, I'm doing this because I've given all opportunities for a conversation to be initiated with me to obtain a better understanding. Nobody wants to do that. Everybody's very prideful. And I'm going to tell you one thing, because some of y'all might be like, well, why you ain't reaching out to them? This is the thing. Excuse me. One thing for sure and two things for certain. I have abandonment issues. And with my abandonment issues, it causes me to get severely locked in with people. Above and beyond just letting them know that they got a person in their corner, a shoulder to cry on, a therapist, whatever it is that they need. A friend, a mother, all of that. They have all of that in me. Okay? But every time situations get a little bit too tough and people can't really handle it, because accountability is a huge thing, but just everybody don't have the ability to take accountability, people turn their back on me. They leave me hanging. The one that was there by their side every situation that was in the picture at the time of me being present. Whether it was advice, a little push, a little motivation, encouragement, inspiration, any of that, it's always me. I am a pourer, whereas I like to be poured into. So, I feel like if I am as important that you, if I am as important as the way you explain the importance of me in your life, why you don't got no fight for me? Huh? Why you ain't got no fight for me? The valuer. The one who adds the value. The one that teaches you and shows you how to be a friend. The one who always has your back. Why are you not a fighter? So, now that I got that out the way, that is a little disclaimer that I have for y'all. That's why I didn't go after anybody, because nobody's pouring into me as I am pouring into them. So what am I chasing? Am I hurt? Yes. Am I bothered? Yes. I'm a bad bitch at all times of the day. But baby, when my feelings is hurt, my feelings is fucking hurt. Will I show my feelings are hurt? No. Will I talk about my feelings being hurt? Absolutely. But the only way I'm going to be able to talk about anything is right here, right now. So, I'm ready. Let's talk about it. So, back in May, I had somebody's boyfriend reached out to me and asked me to help them with their birthday. I'm like, cool, that's fine, right? So, with that, it was me planning everything for that person's birthday to help this nigga look good. Because last year, I planned and did everything for that person, and that boyfriend felt like nobody gave him a chance. So, boom, the ball is in your court. Do your big one. I help you any way that I can. And that's what the fuck I did. So, on one of those particular days, that said boyfriend decided that he wanted to call me. We were trying to arrange things for dinner. And he was like, I need to vent. I'm like, okay. And he just got to talking. In the midst of all of that being said, I'm working. So I'm paying you attention, but I'm not paying you attention. And he said a lot of things that were just like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? But I had planned to tell my friend. I had planned. But her this was on Tuesday. Her birthday was that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is when things were planned, and I just did not want to ruin everything for her. So I decided that I'm going to wait until Monday. I told that person multiple times, like, you know, on Monday, we got to talk, because shit is weird and motherfuckers is getting on my nerves. We got to talk. So I kept saying that. I said that all the way up until Friday. Right? And when Friday came, I left it alone. Mind you, I helped get this person dressed for their birthday. I planned their entire birthday. Let them tell it I got them the most valuable gift that they got for their birthday. But I guess that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so then that Sunday, everything just hit the fan. They have an argument, and I'm not going to get into every detail because it's not important. They have an argument, and I get a phone call, and the mom's there, and I'm just like, can you please take her outside so that way they can separate and I can talk to her. So I get to talking to her, and she gets to telling me a whole bunch of shit, and somehow or another, I was the one under the bus. Now, I've been thrown under the bus a lot, so I can absolutely handle that, but I got thrown under the bus, and a lot of shit came out, i.e. the things that we talked about. And I was going to wait until Monday to talk to her about them. Mind you, that Sunday was Mother's Day, and I had planned a brunch for the three of them. Her, mom, him, and her. But yeah, that all was ruined, and everything came out that Sunday. So with everything coming out that Sunday, that kind of caused a bump in the road with me and that person. And with it happening the way that it happened, that person felt like, well, when it was told to me, I should have told her right then and there. I get it. But you are you, I am me. And let's just be clear. That person has sat in rooms and listened to people talk shit about me, and still to this day never told me what they said. I know what was said because of other people. But that one particular person has never told me what was said about me. Okay. So, that's that with that. So, we go back and forth. I send screenshots. I have the receipts. The receipts are rolling the fuck out, rolling the fuck in. And I was just reassured that our friendship ain't nothing gonna break it. We good. We this, we that, we this, we that. And I'm like, okay, but in my heart, I don't believe it. But, you know, I'm just going along with it. So that same mind you, that Sunday was going into the week. That Sunday was going into the week that we was actually going on our trip, because we went on our trip the week after. So we went on our trip the week after, and at one point she wanted to cancel and didn't want to go, and I'm just like, no. At this point, it sounds like so what I was advised of, that I obviously felt some type of way every time she would always be on the phone with me, and she wasn't giving him any attention. So at that point, I'm just like, well, maybe he's just trying to come between our friendship because he wants you to himself, right? So maybe I was right, maybe I was wrong, but I didn't dig too deep into it. I moved on. She moved on, so she say, and we went to out of town. Now at the time, everything was cool. Everything was smooth. So that following Wednesday, we all meet up at the other friend's house, and we get nails done, toes done. Whatever needs to be done is getting done on that day before we actually leave early in that morning to go catch our flight and head out to Miami, right? So we head out to Miami. One of those friends, the friend with the boyfriend, it has very bad anxiety when it comes to flying. So I tells my wife, because she said she wanted edibles and she take them and it helps her, right? So I tell my wife, and my wife actually goes to the store and buys some edibles, whereas I didn't want them. I just got them for her. So she ate a little bit while we was getting our nails done, and it was slowly kicking in. Then when we got in the car, the other friend's husband was like, you only took a little bit. So basically, I don't know. I can't remember what was said verbatim, but I will say that it was kind of being like instigated. Like, you ain't taking enough. So somebody ended up taking some more. And by the time we got to the point where we was going through check-in, whatever it is, that person was just like completely slumped. Okay, so completely slumped. And I had her in my arm. Her arm was wrapped around mine. And we got to 400 degrees. We sat down. I went to the bathroom, made sure everybody was good. And then, boom, we got on the plane. On the plane, when we set to get on the plane, that same person was slumped over asleep on my shoulder. Okay, that was that. We booked our flight at the same time, so we were able to actually get on there at the same time. So I was like 34, she was like 35. So she sleep on my shoulder while we standing in line ready to support the plane. So because we were in like B, I want to say we was in the group B, we had more, people go ahead of us. So we was hoping that we would be able to have a seat together. So God's grace, we were able to get a seat together, and she slept the entire time. So we're her sleeping the entire time. We're thinking, well, maybe by the time we get where we're going, she'll be up and she'll be cool. So no, we land, we getting off the plane, and that same person needs to be put in a wheelchair. So we get in a wheelchair, the other friend is pushing her or whatever, and we get down to baggage claim. We get down to baggage claim, and out of nowhere, she throws up. And I'm just looking like, what the fuck is going on? I'm just looking. And I'm just looking. And we can't clean it up. We don't work here. So I decided to go ahead and overlook it. We grab our bags, and yeah. It took us 2 hours. 2 hours to get out of the airport. Imagine having a suitcase between her legs because she's still not out of the wheelchair. The other friend got her bag and trying to push the wheelchair. And then I have the one that's slumped other bag and my bag too. So we're literally trying to get through the airport, and for nothing in this world does she wake up. So after all that, we was able to get her out, get in, all of that. So we get to the hotel, and we had to get a early check-in. And with that early check-in, it was a $50 early check-in fee. So I was cool with that. Might I rewind back and say I also had to pay $75 to get my luggage from Nashville to Miami. So then I get to the hotel, and I had to pay $50 more so that way we can check in early so she could lay down. Okay? Y'all following me? After all of that, me and the other friend, we were like, okay, well, you want to at least go upstairs to the restaurant or whatever. So we get dressed, we change our clothes, and we go to the restaurant. We sitting up there, we eating, we having us to drink, we talking, chit-chatting it up, and we end up talking about the situation at the airport. And I'm just like, you know, that was, to me, unnecessary. You should not be that easily persuaded to take something or do something that you don't normally do. You were peer pressured into doing something that you don't do. That's, the friend was like, she did ask me, are you mad at her? And I'm like, I'm not mad. I just don't understand. I'm disappointed, if anything, because how could somebody, if I know I don't smoke and I know that I barely drink and I'm going to take an edible, I know edibles are still made with THC. Why would I go overboard with doing something that I don't do? That's just my thought process. I am learning that everybody ain't me and everybody don't think like me. So, yeah, whatever. So, that's that with that. Then, the friend was like, we should get her some food. I'm like, cool, that's good. And we can check on her because we was going to go to the pool after. And I was like, well, we need to stop at the room to see if we can at least get her up. And if she can go to the pool with us, then she go to the pool. So, boom, we check out, get the food, we get on the elevator, we go down to the room, we try to get her up again. All of this shit is in my fucking blog. Try to get her up again. With getting her up again, she ended up falling asleep. She did eat the burgers, but she ended up falling back to sleep. So we were just like, fuck it. So the other friend ended up going to sleep as well. So at that point, it made me frustrated because I paid $75 to get here. I paid $50 to get us in this room fucking early. And then y'all gonna go to sleep? I'm tired too. But when you out of town, you don't think about being tired. You think about having fun and enjoying your people. So they both end up taking a nap. I laid there and I fucking cried. And I went on Southwest and I tried to find me another flight. Neither one of them fucking knew that, but I was on my way back home. And when I got on there, I seen that I would have had to pay $130 more to get my flight changed to me leaving in the morning. So, what did I do? Fuck it. I lose more money by doing that than going home. So I sucked that shit up. I laid there. When they got up, it was time for us to go to dinner. We went to Victory. They got dressed. I did not say shit when they got up. I just started going in my suitcases and I was trying to figure out what I was gonna wear. And it was like, Brittany, what's wrong with you? I said, because y'all done pissed me the fuck off. I was on my way the fuck home because how the fuck do you let somebody persuade you to do something that you don't fucking do and then both of y'all get here talking about, you know, and y'all go to sleep on me? Like, yes, I was irritated, but I talked my shit to them. I told them I was going to book me a flight to go back home. And y'all understand why me saying that like that is so important in just a second. So, boom, we go on the flight. We go, all of that. We come back. We have to get up the next day to go board the ship. So, with doing that, that friend that took the edibles felt so much better. And she was ready to enjoy the weekend, which was fine. I chucked it up as a loss, and it is what it is. But I told them when I get back home, I'm taking a break from y'all because I need a break. So that was that with that. We get on the plane, we get on the boat and all of that. That night come, the other friend wants to stay in the room and sleep towards the end of the night. We wanted to actually enjoy like the little club and all of that. We did dress up and go out and all of that, but it was just like we had just boarded the boat, so we were trying to, you know, get acquainted and see what we're gonna be dealing with. But then when we got back to the room, that person didn't want to come out. So I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm finna leave y'all because I don't want to stay here. Like, this shit is unfair as fuck. Like, I spent all this money to get here for nobody to want to do anything. I'm not doing that. So that was that. The other friend ended up saying, I'll go with you. So she went with me. We went to the little club. We had a little good time. We came back. We went to sleep. And that was that with that. So the rest of the trip, it was cool. So we get back. And I remind them, I'm not talking to y'all when we get back. I need a break. And I never put a duration on the time frame of us not talking. Let me just say that. I never did. So I then We talked. When we got back, we ended up talking. We talked a couple times. I talked to both friends a couple times. And after that, there was nothing else to talk about because I told you I was taking a break, right? We made sure everybody got home. Everybody good, you good, everything straight. Boom. That was that with that, right? June 3rd come. June the 3rd come. And I get a message from one friend that was telling me how she wasn't going to be able to come and celebrate my birthday with me, XYZ, ABC. And I replied back and I said, okay, that's fine. Because for me, I never invited this friend. I never said, do you want to go here with me for my birthday? I never said none of that. That friend came to me and told me that her husband told her she needs to schedule her surgery for later so she could celebrate my birthday with me because I mean so much to her. Yeah. So that. And she kept trying to improve herself. My stuff was already booked and all of that. But I ended up not doing it. So that was that with that. So she texted me on June 3rd and told me she couldn't go. Cool. So then on June 3rd, an hour later, I get another text message because I was dropping my podcast, Becoming Her, in June. And I was supposed to, on June the 3rd, film one of my friends because she was going to be the second guest of my podcast. Well, on that day, she texted me and said, sending me this screenshot of her daughter's games and stuff like that and told me, whatever, but I'm not going to be able to do it with you. So I text her back and I said, okay, you're fine. That was that with that, okay? That was that with that. So between June the 3rd and July the 3rd, I didn't talk to anybody. On that day, my intuition told me they have to be talking about me. I don't know where it came from, but my intuition told me they have to be talking about me. And I was like, they gotta be around each other. So something told me, I don't really be on Snapchat. Something told me to go on Snapchat. And I seen one friend take a picture at that same friend house on the same day that both of them text me. So I said, they had to have had some type of conversation, but it's cool. Because again, I never put a duration on how long it was going to take for me to start back talking again. So that's that. June the 3rd, I got on my Facebook, my personal Facebook page. And I had seen a MCM post from the friend that had all the shit with the boyfriend on Facebook. And to be quite clear, a repeating cycle of this friendship with this friend is when situations get a little too complicated, instead of having the conversation because the conversation is necessary, they ghost me. Or they just shut the fuck down and I don't hear anything from them unless I persist to be the bigger person. So that's why I said I'm not doing that this time. Anywho. So, June the 3rd come, which is July the 3rd come, which is a Monday. And I'm on my Facebook page and I see this this MCM post. And the MCM post is like giving this nigga praise, honey. He do this, he do that. He don't play about me, da da this, da da that. And it just triggered me. It triggered me. So I picked up the phone and I wanted to call. I called. No answer. I sent a text message and I said, hey, give me a call whenever you get a chance, please. So then I just sat there and I just was in my own thoughts. And I'm just like, it's always you. It's always you. You are always trying to figure out where things went wrong. You are always the one fighting for whatever it is with whoever. It's always you. But why ain't nobody doing that for you when you do a lot for them? So I decided to text and say, never mind, I'm good. And I blocked her. Yes, I did. I blocked her because I don't have to deal with that. So that was that. And on July the 7th, I have two phones. On July the 7th, I picked up my business phone. And when I picked up my business phone, I seen I had a message 3 days ago from her. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck she's about to say? So she sent me this long drawn out message basically telling me that her issue, she has so many things that bother her, but the one thing that bothers her the most is the fact that I haven't got her son And I distance myself from him. And she, yeah. So then when I tried to reply back, she had me blocked. So I had her blocked on Facebook and all that. So I unblocked her. So I can write her. Because what you're not going to do is use your child against me. Because I ain't done shit to you. And to be quite honest, I ain't had your child since April. And before then, I can't tell you. And if I did have them, it was for... I had both of them. And they got their hair done and they was gone the next day. So I ain't had nobody like that. And the last time I had him was June the 5th, 2022. The day that I got put in a situation with everything pertaining to my sister. So I'm confused as to why you're using your child against me. So we had this conversation back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So... that's that with that. But I left the conversation by saying, if you want to have I said, unblock me on your phone. If you want to have a conversation, plan it, and I'll be there. That was July 7th. Woo! And I still had not talked to the other friend within any of that going on, right? So, let's talk about it. On July the 11th, I seen that her dad passed. Now, being that all this information, I haven't said the details of the information, but the details of the information gave me basically that this friend was in this friend's ear about me, and this friend was easily persuaded based off of what this friend said. So y'all doing he say, she say, all of that, when if anything was brought to you that you didn't like, why you didn't come to me? Why you didn't say to me what it is that you needed to say to me to clear whatever it is that needed to be cleared? Why you didn't say nothing to me? Okay. So that was that. And I had a friend go get her nails done or whatever, and they had a conversation. And that friend expressed that the reason that neither one of them told me happy neither one of them told me happy birthday, no nothing. And the friend said the reason she didn't tell me happy birthday because I didn't send my condolences when her dad died. But let me tell you something, baby. The way your now best friend decided that she wanted to throw you under the bus to make it seem like you were the reason that me and her were falling out is the reason why I didn't send no condolences. For what? Y'all over there being messy, having unnecessary conversations about me. What did you look to gain from that? Y'all expect so much out of me and I ain't got shit to expect out of nobody. That's unfair. That's unfair as hell. Because if y'all had questions, y'all should have came to me for answers. And nobody did that. Did they? No. So, that being said, one of the friends' birthdays came up. And it just like really made me cringe how this other friend is allowing herself to show up above and beyond for this friend that you don't even fuck with. How are you doing that? I was the friend that kept the friendships together. Now, let me tell you something. I don't need validation, empathy, sympathy, or any of that from anyone on social media. So one thing y'all won't ever in life see me doing is going above and beyond to boast and brag about my fucking friends on social media. I don't need to convince the world that we're really friends. Because I know in my heart I don't really fuck with that person. You know? So, at this point, it's giving, did they even like me? I mean, I've had 2 friends talk to each of them. I've had one talk to this one talk to that one. They both expressed how bad they miss me, how hurt they are by me. But what the fuck can y'all say I really did to y'all? Huh? What did I do? What did I do? Y'all tell me what I did. Tell me what I did. I'm an accountability girl. I'm an accountability girl. If I did it, I'll be like, you know what? You got a point. Yeah. But what did I do? It is today. Excuse me, October. What is today? October the 24th. And I still ain't talked to them. After my friend told me that she had a conversation with her and she expressed that she missed her friend and she heard that I didn't reach out, I inboxed her too. And I said, it was advised to me that you would like to have a conversation. I'm not opposed to that. Planets, and I'll be there. Y'all both have issues that y'all know y'all have. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck I did to y'all. And I just don't get it. So, reassure me. Let me know where I fucked up as a friend. Because right now, what it's giving is I didn't do shit to y'all. I didn't do nothing to y'all. And let me just say this, because this is kind of being thrown in the air. What I do with my best friend is what I do with my best friend. I'm not going to go out here and fake that I have a best friend knowing that I don't have one. Because if we want to be clear, on July the 7th, I was advised that somebody didn't have no best friend. So I'm trying to figure out how this best friend thing came about when you don't even fuck with this person and you don't have a best friend. So what is it really? Are y'all trauma bonding? Because y'all both are hurt because I'm no longer there? But I'm no longer there because of y'all when all y'all got to do is have a conversation with me and maybe we can talk about it. Maybe we can move forward. Has anybody ever thought about that? Probably not. So yeah, I've literally, y'all remember when I went through that major breakout in June? Like, real rashes all over my body. Y'all remember that? And I told y'all that my auntie said it was because of my nerves. And then I came and I told y'all about the rashes and the other one, whatever it was. Y'all remember that? This is the situation that I was going through. Because I've still to this day not been able to figure out, what did I do to y'all? If one of y'all is mad because the other one positioned it to you that I invited you somewhere that I didn't invite her, why you didn't tell the truth and say I didn't invite you? Just say that you knew. But if that was something that actually bothered you, why you didn't pick up your phone and say, now why the fuck is this bitch invited to celebrate your birthday and I'm not? Those things were not done. And then to say that you were told I was going to book a flight home and I was talking shit about you behind your back. The shit that I talked was done in your face. And y'all only know that I was going to be going home on that Friday because I told y'all. How else would y'all have known when both of y'all were asleep? Make it make sense. Like, what I'm not okay, I'm okay with being a villain. I'm going to take that back. I'm okay with being a villain in your story because everybody needs somebody to blame. I guess that's how it works. But what I won't be is a motherfucking clown. I'm not a clown. Matter of fact, I don't fuck with clowns. But yeah, I still can't figure out what I've done to anybody. If you have figured it out by everything that I have said, please let me know. Do me a favor. Enlighten me. Because if I did it, I did it. You know what I'm saying? But what did I do? Then, after I made that vlog where I was on the phone and I was like, but they wasn't even cool. I was talking about this right here. That's crazy, ain't it? Yeah, because they weren't. They were cool because of me. So I don't quite understand what the fuck is going on here. I'm lost. I've never been so lost in my fucking life. And the friend with the boyfriend, we went through this again previously 2 years ago. So we made a vow to each other that no conversation would ever be too complicated to have because you wanted me in your life and I wanted you in mine. So what happened to that? Word ain't bond around this motherfucker is what it's giving. You don't say what you mean and mean what you say, and I don't like stuff like that because I don't just talk for my health. I don't talk for my health, but I will say this, and I mean this. Y'all have hurt my feelings. Y'all have really hurt my feelings. This has bothered me for years. I mean, for months, I said for years, for months, has bothered me. And I've gave both of you all the floor to say whatever it is that you want to say to me. And nobody has done it. But on social media, y'all the best of friends. I just feel like if the friendship wasn't that before everything got to where it is now, what's really bringing it to be that now? Like, is the only thing that y'all have in common the trauma that y'all are experiencing in your life and the fact that I'm not present because of y'all? A lot of things have been talked about, and a lot of things can still be talked about. But let me tell you this: if a conversation is not held, and I'm giving you grace, if a conversation is not held by December the 1st of 2023, there shall never be a conversation again. And I mean that wholeheartedly. And because I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. All I know is one friend basically came to me. Both friends tapped out on me. One friend came to me and basically pointed the finger to the other person to make it seem like that person said X, Y, Z, A, B, and C to make them not want to fuck with me, and then also use their child against me. The other one says that the reason that she ain't talked to me is because I didn't send my condolences. Well, what about... It don't even matter. I say all of that to say, regardless of where this ends, I still love the both of y'all, and I love y'all, both of y'all, to the point where I can let you go. I can genuinely let you go. I can let y'all soar into the world and be whatever it is that y'all need to be for each other and individually, and not quite care. Like, I'm saying all of this because I need to get this stuff off my chest. I am not in a space to where I can let my pride overpower how I really feel, because I'm not even a prideful person, as to why I'm always initiating being the bigger person. But at the end of the day, I'm not in the business of forcing relationships. I'm not in the business of having people around me that I can't trust. And to be quite honest, this friend over here with the boyfriend, I can't trust nothing that she say, because there's so many things that I've actually left out that could assassinate her character and make it seem like she actually is playing both sides. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that at all. I'm going to let her have that. Just know that the love for you will never change. I love you wholeheartedly, and I do. I still love your son, both of them, to be quite honest. But at the same time, you can't expect the person to show up for you in a way that's satisfying for you, and you have nothing for them. You just can't. And if you did not know that, I am the person to let you know. I will not show up for someone that has the inability to show up for me. 2023 going into 2024 is all about boundaries for me. All about boundaries. As for the other friend, no bad blood. I love you. Love you to death. However, if you did see fit to go to this friend over here and make it seem like I was playing against her, that's foul. That's foul as hell. Because that's not how I rock. That's not how I roll. And there are several things that I wanted to say to you that I've attempted to initiate to you, and you shut me down. So, if anything was told to you that I said any fucking thing, just know that I attempted to talk to you, and you wasn't having it. So, guess what? You win some, you lose some. And I lost. And I'm okay with that. I'm not a sore loser. But I will say this. I want to say from the bottom of my heart, but that wouldn't be factual. I want to say I hope, but I don't. I'm going to pray. I pray that the friendship that y'all are building together is genuine. Y'all can be for each other when neither one of y'all were for me. And I pray that it works out for y'all. Whatever it is that you're seeking for in the friendship, I hope that you find it. And I hope that y'all build a solid foundation so that way y'all always have each other's back. Because I've seen this little, this comment that says, I never knew that I had my soulmate friend in my face the whole time. We stuck for life. And the other one said nothing can come between us. But let me tell y'all something. I'm not in the business of trying to come between y'all. I don't care to come between y'all. But just make sure that it's genuine. Because one thing that I know is that I was the glue that held everybody together. And I'm glad and I'm proud to see that y'all are able to do this shit now on your own. But make sure that it's genuine. Make sure that you got her back in the way that you would want her to have your back. Make sure that you show up for her in the same way that you want her to show up for you. Make sure that you are a friend to her the way that you want her to be a friend to you. Just make sure that y'all are equally showing up for each other in the same way that you require. Make sure that what you're dishing out is equal to what she's dishing out. And I say that to say, stop trying to validate y'all friendship on social media. If y'all real friends gonna show. It's gonna show that y'all real friends. Y'all don't have to go on social media and boast and brag about the unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was story time for how I went from having two friends and they turned their back on me, and now they both the best of friends. Yeah, so I can honestly say I have friend PTSD. I'm not in the space to make new friends right now. I've never had trust issues, but I have them now because so many things that was said to me, I've seen the opposite. And it's going to take me some time. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in. Don't forget to leave y'all comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel. Tell me what it is that you feel about what it is that we talked about today. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. And y'all already know what to do if you haven't already. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure that you turn that bell on so you're notified each and every time that your girl blows a ball. And most importantly, don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to be just as dope as Brielle. That is me. Bye.
CDs before they were buy. Whoa, she love me so much, it seems like she buys. Niggas don't know how I live, but that's cause they live it the high. Hey, 4S 13 step.